I don't like flat bills.
Darby.
I'm ready.
That was originally flat. You bent it.
No, I didn't.
Hello, everyone. It's Wednesday night, 6-ish o'clock. You know what that means. It's Elevate to Greatness with Nick Lippitt. I am Darby. Thank you for being here. Nick and Avery are trying on Canadian hats. They're different than American hats, so they can ride the mounted police horses. I don't know how it works up there. I did find out that bourbon is illegal, so we'll get into that, which is one reason to go USA, because we like bourbon here. We'll get into all of that. We're going to answer questions. We're going to do some more Q's, some more A's. If you want information on different things that we provide, you can go to elevatetogreatness.co, and I will put my email in the chat box. Should you be in the chat box, and you can get with me directly if you have questions. And the podcast is available the following day-ish on Spotify, so you can check that out when you're traveling to Canada to meet with Nick and Avery and ride the mounted horse things that they do in Canada and play some hockey, put on a toque, and eat some back bacon, eh? All right, hosers. They're in Canada. They're with Immer Spa. It's Nick Lippitt and Avery, everybody. Take off.
Where do you come up with this shit, Darby?
Canadian. Take off, eh?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to let everybody know that I'm reporting from the land of silver medals.
We beat you in
Men's hockey,
the old
and
sport.
women's hockey and
Oh.
what else they participate in. If you're not
that'd be
feeling
like
good about
stuff.
yourself, just move to Canada. I had to look at the guest list because last year we had obviously tons and tons of people from Canada when we came from Immer Spa and all the new people that joined. So yeah, no, we're up here in Toronto, where the weather is absolutely dog shit. But we had a great day. We were at the Immer Spa factory. We put on another event, kind of like Belgrade University. I know that met a lot of people there, or Aspire or something of that nature. So it was a good day. We talked to a lot of business owners. We had a whole lot of oh shit moments, which is always fun to see from my side of the chair. And there's some new cool stuff coming out at Immer Spa, Darby, for you to sell.
All right. I'll sell it.
You'll catch it. It's what's the name of it? Immersana. They are releasing Immersanas. They're actually really, really cool. There's these outdoor saunas, Darby, that I think would go pretty well with some of our really, really cool outdoor living spaces. Dude, they're legit. Like full glass front windows, really nice doors. So we're gonna do a video tomorrow from the space and we'll send it to you.
A lot of my people want saunas. A lot of people I talk to are
I
going
know.
to source them elsewhere. So that'd be great if we could hook people up with them.
Dude, they're cool. They're really cool. But when Sean left, his team told me where they sourced them from in China. So we're just gonna buy them from there. We're gonna call them
cool.
Rockasanas.
Well, Nick Forrest can call them Emmer saunas.
Dude, you wouldn't believe how many people out here call it Immer Spa. And I'm like, where do you get the E from? There's no
E, man. It's It's not
To be honest, I think maybe that's what Nick Forrest is doing. He knows it's from Canada, so he's like, Immer Spa.
Hey.
I think here Sean spells it EHIMERSPA. Immer Spa. No, it's where's Nick Forrest? He's supposed to talk about the next event. For those of you from Utah, I'm coming back. So get excited about that. I'm coming back in May to do another event. And it's going to be a really cool one. So stay tuned for those details. Nick was working on that today with the team and some of our partners out there. So that's going to be fun. But yeah, no, I did a couple classes today and talked to business owners, which I obviously love to do. And then I have one more tomorrow morning. And then I'm headed back to the motherland so we can keep kicking ass. Darby, Jankowski's pool is ready to go in. We started yesterday morning.
Oh, really? When's it going in?
It'll go in first thing Friday because we didn't get a telehandler fast enough because Herbert was sleepy.
Well,
Is he on here?
I don't know if he is.
No, I was hoping he was on here to protect himself. No, because of the moisture we had overnight, we had to do a delayed start. We didn't start till noon. So day and a half in, fully excavated. 3/4 inch comes in the morning. Pool goes in Friday morning.
You can't get a pool in the ground in 10 days.
I was gonna say all those guys that talk shit about me. I'm gonna go there Friday or Saturday morning, and I'm gonna say, here you go, guys. I'm not lying. Here's the next one. 10 more days.
Shitheads.
So
Shitheads.
yeah, totally shitheads.
Take that, shitheads.
So
Well,
how's home? How many deals did you sell today?
well, we're gonna have some at the end of the week. That one, we got more money from the other company that was, we're doing that one that was gonna go with that one company, and
They
now
push back
no, they gave us more stuff.
because they don't want to do it themselves because they're pissed.
No, I just kind of took it. So we were
You're
standing.
like,
we were
yeah,
all
man, you're
standing around
not
the
doing
table.
that shit. Sorry.
Kinda. It was them and me and their guy standing at their kitchen counter, and we talked through it. And as we were talking, I was like, "No, we'll just do that. We'll just do that too. We'll just do that too." And so he marked up his plan with our name on all the stuff.
But
It was
did
the
you
best.
get a deposit?
Well, that I have to rewrite the numbers, and I got to wait for an updated drawing from Jeff.
I think you should tell the guy that we're not doing any more work until he gives you a check.
Oh no, that's true. That's definitely true. But I got to get the updated numbers. I don't want to do it off of their plan. So anyway, yes, we have a lot of good stuff pending.
Okay. Sorry, babe. We're excited. It's been a good day. All right, Darby, what do we got tonight?
We're gonna
Besides questions.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna do. We have a lot of questions that we're gonna be talking about. I mean, if Forrest wants to talk about the event, that'd be fine. But I don't know where he is. I don't know if he's available to talk about it. So, but I know he was in serious discussions talking about the next event happening in. Speaking of the motherland, my motherland. So we'll get into all that if he deems it, if it fits into his schedule. We'll do all that. But what we want to do is, if there's anybody who, and I can't see, there's something wrong with my damn screen, so I can't see all of the people on the call. But if there are people who are new, maybe we should call out some people who are new. But I can't see the screen. So if you guys can see it, Rachel, do you see anyone that
without cameras on to understand?
We do like your
Well,
cameras
yeah,
on.
Cameras are awesome, but I do see somebody named Franco, Tyler Washburn.
You know,
Oh,
there we go.
Tyler,
There we
there he
go.
is.
There we go with some cameras.
Hello. Look at that smile.
Tyler's
There's
definitely not in
Franco.
Canada because it's not dark there.
I guess.
Um,
Oh yeah, you're
I don't
Tyler,
know.
where are you from?
I'm from Idaho, so I met you down at the Bellegarde U.
Oh, nice. Welcome. Is this your
Welcome.
first week on the call?
What's that?
Is this your first week on the call?
It is, yeah. First time that I've had a moment to jump on it. So when you're doing Bellegarde U, I was actually traveling to Colorado that next day, and then
Oh, nice. My
Yeah.
mother.
had some other stuff. Yep. Went over there to Arvada.
What was your biggest oh shit moment at Bellegarde U?
I think just meeting you, hearing from you.
You're just puffing me up. Give me an example.
lose him?
Tell us a little bit about your business.
Yeah.
So I'm with the company. I was project admin for them the last couple of years. We're pushing 12 mil last year, and now I just became new sales manager as of the first of this month,
Nice.
and we're going to put together a team.
Nice. Well, congrats.
So, yep, got a lot of work to do for it.
What can we help you with?
I think a lot of it's just kind of knowing structures and almost kind of like some pay structures, salary structures, commission structures. I have a junior designer right now that he gets a lot of heat put on him,
Sure.
more or less, because they're wanting him to kind of do senior designer stuff.
Yeah.
But then in the meantime, the office really isn't. They're almost wondering about outsourcing rather than hiring like a landscape architect for the type
Yep.
of stuff we're doing.
You could do that.
So,
Mostly
yep.
hardscape.
And then A good mix. I got 3 crews that do hardscapes and 3 crews that kind of do like big commercial stuff, landscape install. And then we got 3 crews that do irrigation install.
On the design build stuff, check out a company called Your Haven. They're a designer
Yeah.
that's blowing up, and they do some pretty cool stuff.
I did. We talked to him last year and stuff, and we were getting ready to commit with him and everything. But we didn't at the time because we had a main in-house designer.
Yeah.
But since then, I've wondered if they've gotten too much of a book of business or if they're able to handle capacity and turn around stuff quick still.
Talked to Derek last week. He said he's got 35 designers.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, he showed a picture of his team just last week. They were in the Philippines for a team building event, and there was a shitload of people there.
Uh-huh.
Right now, our designs are slightly behind schedule, but they also left the country for a week. So, we'll keep
Yeah.
an eye on it. If you're curious in a couple weeks, let me know. I'll let you know. Like, it's not terrible, but it's a little bit longer than we are used to. But I think it'll come around.
Yeah.
They gave us notice too
Okay.
that they're going to be behind schedule because of their event. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I got to have a solution by Friday. I got way too much stacking up. And so I either got to bring in, we've had a landscape architect that we've been talking to, trying to get him in the door, but at the same time, kind of debating on if we should outsource or go overseas or have an option like that.
I'll tell you the biggest benefit of having someone in-house is that like experience, right? That handhold designer experience you'll never, ever, ever deliver third party. So if you're
Mhm.
looking for that, like we're having these same conversations at Rocky Mountain, and we're talking about bringing someone like that in addition to our team to offer that premium, right? Like that ultra premium experience.
Yeah.
A lot of these the designs are beautiful, but um, they want the experience, right? They want you at their counter, right? They want you
Yep.
rolling blueprints and marking them up in red pen. And Darby and I were just
Uh-huh.
talking about this. So it depends what you're looking for, but if you're looking for that experience, then I would tell you that having someone in house is untouchable.
Yep. And salary wise, he's kind of wanting 70. We're wondering about offering him 60 or 65 and then offer him like 0.5% commission on anything that he helps with design estimate. And then 0.5% on anything that he does sales wise. We know that he's not going to spend a lot of time sales wise because we want him to design an estimate and cranking those out for us.
Yeah.
And basically with that 0.5%, doing 3 to 4 mil, get him up to 100K for the year.
I mean, the other option is pull the percentage out and just put them on a KPI structure, right? Like, and put 5 KPIs behind them and say, hey, listen, every design you have has to be completed in 72 hours or less. Revisions have to be done in 24 hours or less. Construction drawings have to be done within 5 days of time of contract, and offer him 15% of his annual salary through monthly bonuses if he hits his KPIs, right? That's another way to do it on the designer side.
So not tied to, yeah, because we run off KPIs quite a bit.
Yep.
And so basically a monthly KPI if he's or bonus if he's hitting those rather than a commission off revenue structure.
Yep, or a little bit of both, right? Like when these guys have
Uh-huh.
in the game, they will perform, right? You want them to
Yeah.
perform outside of their standard ability, put them on some KPIs, right? You want them to perform even more, put them into a little bit of commission. When these guys have some
Yeah.
skin in the game, it changes, right? Like a great designer can't work 9 to 5. They just can't, right? Like it doesn't work. And so,
Mhm.
put some metrics behind him, right? So give him some metrics that he's required to do just as a designer. Then give him an additional set of metrics that would be incentivized metrics. And I really like these. And so if you give them 5, like let's just say that we're $200 each, $1,000 a month total. If he gets 4 or 5, he still gets paid, right? But you're pushing him outside of his comfort zone. That's where you find great people. You got to push him outside
Mhm.
the comfort zone.
Yeah. I just don't want to micromanage, but I guess that's where the KPIs would come in, is
Yeah.
because then you could set him up on those and he's micromanaging himself really.
Yep.
And then
We
do
don't.
weekly one-on-ones.
Yep. We all of our team is required to fill out their own KPI reports. We audit them, but we don't fill them out. We don't manage them. We don't micromanage them. We'll check a couple
Mhm.
random ones from report to report. And then we do biweekly, right? We do biweekly one-on-ones or even monthly one-on-ones, and then that's how you're holding them to the original metrics. So
Yeah.
I think they're all really good.
So why
ideas.
not? So I guess why not weekly one-on-ones?
That'd be fine. I mean, we couldn't perform weekly one-on-ones with our staff. There's just too many. Some
Yeah.
of our ones are monthly, but it depends. What does your one-on-one look like, right? Like we have a very specific one-on-one. They have to fill out a form. They give us feedback about the company, suggestions. We talk about where they're at on their goals for the year. That might be more extensive than what you're thinking about, right? Like I sit down with my sales team every single week. You could say, well, that's a weekly one-on-one, but I don't think about it like that because my one-on-one structure is slightly different. But you might have design
Mhm.
meetings every single week, then I think that'd be fine. It's a little bit different, in my opinion, than a one-on-one.
Yeah.
But absolutely have like design metric meetings every single week to see where things
Yeah.
are at.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. And then I had a maintenance account manager that I was going to oversee, and my first one-on-one with him yesterday, and he turned in resignation letter. So I got
You
to
did yourself a favor,
find,
man.
what's
I know
that?
you did yourself a favor, but I know it sucks. Your process puts you in a position where you don't waste time. And time is money. So the faster he gets to a position where he's uncomfortable and not a good fit for your company and exits, the better.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's kind of a little bit how I felt. I also felt like he came in and wasn't utilized from the beginning, didn't have the training he needed. Great kid, had a medical like admin background and everything. But I think that there was just too much change and too much going on
Yep.
for him to feel comfortable, especially with a low snow year and not much revenue at all. It's been tight. And so we've been cranking out landscape work in February, where in Idaho, that's not usually doesn't happen until April.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean,
we
you're up.
really,
What's your snowfall year up there? Are you at 100 inches normally?
no, but most of the time we'll hit like 1.5 to 1.8 mil.
And how many inches of snow
But
is average a year?
about 50 to 60 for us.
Okay.
A
so
lot
you're-
of ours is just ice melt.
Yeah. And how many events have you had?
One plowable event
Damn.
this year.
And
Yep,
plowable
that's it.
because your accounts triggers are too high, or because there just was no accumulation?
No accumulation. We've had a lot of ice melt events,
Yeah.
like a few of those, probably about 16 to 20. We've probably created more than we should have.
Yeah.
We've smurfed a few parking lots.
For sure. Yeah, I know that game. I know that
Yep.
game.
And so now we're in the hey, things are tight, so money's tight, and do not spend anything unless it's going to generate money.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. It's not a bad mindset even when it is snowing, like you got to have control on everything. And, if you don't, it's crazy how fast it leaks. And so what's funny
Yep.
is how active business owners get when leaking will create problems, but when they're in a great place and they don't think about the leaking, they're not so active. But the companies can
Yep.
even be more profitable and more efficient. So well, thanks for joining us, man. It's good to see you again. As we
Yeah.
go, if you have specific questions, shoot them over in Heartbeat, drop them in the chat box. Most every call we have a conversation about something specific for a short period of time, and then we just start talking to all you guys and trying to help solve problems.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.
Sorry, Darby. Oh, Darby, you're talking, but I can't hear you.
I was muted. Hey,
go.
Elevate to Greatness with Nick Lippitt every Wednesday at 6 p.m.-ish. You can join us. Head to elevatetoGreatness.co to find out about the Heartbeat community that Nick was just talking about. You can get in on that and find out about the event. We're going to be going back to May. He's drinking some Canadian Mist up there. It's Canadian Mist. That's what you get.
Like Canadian Mist.
That's what you get. So,
The 25-year-old whiskey that I'd rather spit out. This guy.
this guy. What about Franco? Is Franco someone that we want to talk to? He's new, right? Franco?
It's good. We're gonna talk to Franco, or could circle back around, or
Let's talk to Franco.
Hello.
There
Hey,
you go.
Franco, tell us about you and where you are and all that.
Yeah, I'm in Utah. In Orem, specifically, the city of
Nice.
Orem. And I met Nick in a Belgrade University event that was here and like last week of February, like yeah, a couple of weeks ago, like three or 4 weeks ago.
Franco, I'll
And
never forget your facial expressions during that event. It was
well,
like
I was
this.
the one. Yeah.
A lot of shaking of your head, a lot of oh shits, a lot of yep, yep.
Yeah. I mean, I just had a lot of questions in that event, and probably I think I had like a lot I didn't ask, of course, but I didn't want to keep interrupting you, and I know it was like a tight schedule. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy to learn from you guys, and anything that you guys can throw out there, I'll suck the knowledge out of anyone that I can.
Appreciate it. What's your biggest pain point in 26?
That's I mean, it's starting the just like probably the last guy, we are having a slow starting of the season, just because we are huge, like big on snow removal, and we had like shed of snow. We we only have like one plowable event this season, and also my guys, I have them on a H-2B visa, and I don't get them until the last week of April.
What letter
Um,
were you?
C. So letter C, A, B, C. So
Better than
the
H.
better than H, of course. I mean, I always been blessed with A, B, and C, A, B, and C, and they're being pushed farther back than any other letter. But it's the first year that I get the C. So it's starting towards the late of April. It kind of throws me off, but I will definitely handle it, you know? It's
Yeah.
just how can I push so much work um, and still not make everyone happy. I don't know what to tell the customer because I don't want to hire people and then having to fire them because the guys get here and it's 22 guys that I'm bringing. I cannot create a 22 crew and then fire them because these guys are coming, you know? I mean, and these guys have been coming for 5 years and they are trained already. I don't have to go through that learning process with new people, but I just don't know what to do with this 1 month or so while I wait for them, you know?
Sure. So, can you get 30 and send 8 of them to Colorado?
I mean, it's doable, but I might get in trouble and I don't want
Right.
any fees with the government.
Yeah, tell me
Any
about it.
penalties.
So what about this, man? What about just creating some good partnerships with subcontractors to help you fill the void of the month, right? Like, dude, there was a lot of good guys in that room that could probably help you for 2 to 4 weeks, right? Or there's a lot of, I mean, how many guys in that room were like, oh, we do subcontract work only, right? So like, you could hire them to do work for you for a couple of projects, right? And to fill the void so that your revenue doesn't drop, and then so you can keep your clients happy and where they're at. Keep a little bit closer eye on them, but like, dude, most of those guys, if they were in that room, they're probably fairly legit, right? And I'd reach out to the Belgard reps, or I'd reach out to Jim and just say, hey, I'm looking to do work for 4 weeks
Yeah.
before my H2B guys get here. Who would you recommend? Like Braxton over there in Utah, he subs for a bunch of companies. He does a lot of hardscape work. And there's guys out there right now that already have the guys there and would probably be able to help you fill a void for 4 weeks until they get there.
Like you mean like other companies with H-2B visa guys?
No, just
Yep.
sub them. Like
Sub them. Okay. I got that
there's a
point.
lot of guys that do just sub work, right? 3 and 4 man crews. They just go out and they just do job for other companies. They're just
That's it.
basically subcontractors to our work.
And for subcontracting work, would you say that how is the customer gonna take it? Like if they don't see, guys with our shirt or our logo in, wearing the uniform, how do you handle that situation when they know that we do the work?
Your
Because
client
they,
is
yeah,
your client's expectation is communication and quality. You can communicate with them if you have a subcontractor and your quality doesn't have to go down. Dude, if you want to say, hey guys, throw these shirts on for the next 4 weeks, right? I have sub crews. They represent Rocky Mountain Outdoor Living. They wear my shirts, you know,
Okay.
so and if they don't, I don't know that it even matters. Like when we tell our clients, we partner, Darby, how do I say it? We have the best trade partners in the industry. That's how I say it. They're not subcontractors. I don't hire other companies. I hire trade partners, and they're the best.
Gotcha. Now, knowing, I mean, I'm not huge. I'm not big on subcontracting just because
That's okay.
I'm a
We're just
control
trying to
freak.
fill a void, right? We're just
Yeah,
trying to fill a 4 week
but
void.
for this gap, that I'm trying to fill, and I get it, but how can I, besides, Jim, for example, recommending a company, um, how can I know if they're actually good on the quality? And I don't want to put myself in a situation where I'm gonna regret or having to go back because the quality or the step process wasn't the same as what we typically do to avoid issues.
Sure.
Like, is it just like a word of mouth recommendation? Like, who can recommend X company that does Y service? Is that what you would do? What do you do to find a new subcontractor?
So I'd go find somebody you feel good with, right? Sit down, have coffee with them, ask them all the questions, right? Like, Franco, if you were going to work for me, hey man, how do you install your pavers? Give me the process. How much do you excavate?
Gotcha.
Do you use open grade aggregate? What kind of base are you using? Tell me a little bit about how you use geotextile, right? Tell me how you installed this work, right? And then they'll just talk to you about it. You'll know if they're full of shit. And then just say, hey, listen, man, I feel good about this. Take me to 3 jobs you worked on. Let's go right now. Right. And just say, hey, can you take me to 3 projects really quick that you've worked on? Go put your eyes on it. You feel good about it, go. Right. Like, dude, you have a good instinct for what's good and what's bad, right?
Yeah.
As business owners, we can read bullshit so fast it's not even funny. Like I had someone talking with me earlier today and they were just rambling on about their company, blah, blah, blah. And I looked at Avery, I said, this dude's so full of shit, it's not even funny. I don't even know why he's lying to me. I'm here to help him. Just tell me
Yeah.
the fucking truth, but like, you'll know, like, what questions that I don't know exactly what kind of work you do, but like, let's just say you're looking for someone to do some fiberglass pools for you, right? Like, hey, how do you excavate it? How do you read dig charts, dig sheets? Like, what kind of plumbing do you use? What kind of glue do you use? How do you drill your holes in the fiberglass from the front or the back? There's only one right answer, So I think dude, filling a 4 week void to keep your revenue rolling and clients happy, that's easy. And I do it through some subcontractors. The other thing is go to Belgard, right? Go to Heritage Group and ask these companies who they trust. Like if you had to recommend me one subcontract crew to work for me for a month, who would it be? Like, dude, Jim knows all those guys out there. He could
Yeah.
tell you. You know, um, what is the name of that company that does pavers out there? I want to say it's Butterfly, but it's not, but it's some goofy ass name like that. Dragon? No. What's the name of the paver yards out there that sell Belgard?
The sale builder?
Yeah. Is
Well, I
it
mean,
was it
there's
Dragonfly?
one.
The Heritage Company?
I wouldn't be able to tell you. Are we talking about like an installer or a
No, like a
provider?
distributor. A distributor.
Distributor. Oh, I mean, the majority of them are gonna be like, of course, Sprinkle Supply here. We
Yeah.
got Tree Source, and the majority of them are Source One, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have a
Um,
sales rep at these companies?
yeah,
So just ask them, be like, hey man, I got to fill work for the next 4 weeks before my guys get here. Can you recommend me any good paver installers from a subcontract level? They'll give you 3 or
gotcha.
4. Go sit down,
Perfect.
talk to them on the phone, pick their brains. You know what questions to ask. Feel comfortable. Like you don't have to go hire all of them. Just go hire enough to fill the void.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
You know,
And
dude,
the,
you might do this as a temporary thing, and they might kick ass, and you'd be like, shit, man, I'm gonna add $1 million worth of revenue to my company this year because I'm gonna keep using these guys.
yeah. I mean, probably during midsummer, I run into the situation where they have, 6 to 7 crews running, and I'm still about 3 months out.
Yeah.
So it would be nice to have like these external guys so I don't lose jobs because people are wanting to get it done fast. I mean, they're not willing to wait 3 months.
Dude, what if you had this trick in your pocket, right? That in July you could call this guy and say, "Hey man, how's your workload? I got some work coming down
Yeah.
the pipeline. You want it?" And all of a sudden you're no longer 90 days out. you know,
Exactly.
even if your margins on is a little bit less, you know, you're not paying all that overhead on through a subcontract company. So Cody, that's it. Cody mentioned Beehive Brick. That's who I was thinking about. That's another distributor.
Yeah.
I met with their reps at there was a heritage event after the Belgard event, and I met with some of them and seemed pretty legit, you know. So I would and this is perfect for tonight's conversation, Darby. Like we were going to talk all about pressure and we were going to talk all about stress and like Darby, give us the topic, read it off.
Yeah, you
Handling emotion, right? Like we were going to talk about how to control and handle emotion, right? Because as a business owner, it is all day, 24/7, 365. And so this is a part of it, right? Like Franco's got an oh shit moment. He's told his clients he's going to start projects in April 1st. His H2B guys can't come till the end of the month. And basically, like, here, let me see here. It is how to control your emotional roller coaster.
there
Right?
it is.
I would assume that Franco's got a little bit of an emotional roller coaster right now, right? Holy shit. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? My guys aren't going to be here in time. My clients are going to be pissed. How am I going to push projects back? It's going to slow down my revenue. It already hasn't snowed all year, right? Like my cash flow is not in a great position. And there's so many pieces behind this. And I wanted to talk about this because this was a big piece for me over the last week, right? I feel like my life in the business world is like this, right? It's just an emotional roller coaster. People are coming, people are going, people are exiting, new people are coming in, we're training people. And so one of the biggest things behind this is don't think about the what ifs. 80% of the what ifs in your life will never, ever happen. Never, right? That's a huge piece of it. As a business owner, and I think I talked about this a little bit about at Belgard U, I don't give a shit what my title is, right? These guys are like so caught up in CEOs, CFOs, COOs, blah, blah, blah. You want to know what my title is? Problem solver. All capital letters in exclamation or like in quotations. That's what I do, right? So like it's really easy to get caught up in the motion of like, oh shit, what am I going to do? This is not a good place. Dude, you jumped on tonight's call, you already have a solution, right? Like, and you didn't even have to do this. You got to start thinking out of the box as a problem solver. You don't even need me to tell you, right? Here is my problem. I'm not going to say, okay, if this problem arises, this is going to happen. 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 Nope. Here is my problem. I don't have employees for 4 weeks. What the hell am I going to do from April 1st to April 30th? And I'm not going to push my jobs back. So I'm going to go find people. I don't want to hire people because I will have to lay them off in 30 days. I don't want to hire them because I'll have to fire them. Okay, that out of the question, right? Well, who else in our space does this, right? Subcontractors, trade partners, right? Like, Franco, how many guys do you know in our space? When you were at Belgard U, did you know that your H2B guys were not going to be there in time?
Not yet.
You didn't know?
Well, I knew I was on the C letter, but I didn't know I was gonna get them that late.
So, okay, perfect. So I was assuming you were going to answer it the other way, but that's okay, right?
Mhm.
And here was my example. You walked into a room of 365 people that do what you do, right? Like when you're at those events, you're there to learn and you're there to network. Networking is almost more valuable than learning, right? So when you're there, dude, talk to people, get their phone numbers. I think it's so crazy. We have these local events and nobody will talk to each other because they like have this some trade secret hidden bullshit that they think nobody else does. Dude, it doesn't matter. Pavers, excavate, compact, backfill, compact, screed base, paver, compact, polysand, compact, water, done. There's no special science behind that. You know how to do it. I know how to do it, right? Like, so when you go to these events, you have to meet people, right? Like I go to these events to speak because I love what I do and I love to help people. I want to meet people. I want to know more people in the outdoor living space than anybody in this entire country. You know, so like that's what I do. I go meet people, I get phone numbers, I get business cards. What do you do? How do you do it? You know, there were plenty of people at Bellegarde U that talked about subcontract work only. The guy next to me on stage, did you hear what he said? He only
Yeah.
installed contractors. He has 0 employees, right? You could even call him and say, hey, listen, man, I'm in a pinch. My
What do you
HDB
use?
is only here for a month. Would you be
Yeah.
willing to share with me some subcontractors you use to get me through 4 weeks? I guarantee he would. He was on stage telling you about all the shit he does, right? Like, Joseph's on this call tonight, I think. He's in Colorado. Yes, he's in my coaching program. Last summer, he called me and he's like, dude, my crew just walked off the job site. I said, okay, let's solve the problem. And he's like, I'm screwed. I don't know what. I said, first of all, oh, there he is. I said, first of all, you're not screwed. I'm going to send you 4 guys tomorrow. And I just sent him I sent him one of my crews and they just started banging shit out. And then I said, okay, we're going to call these guys. 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 These guys hit me up on Instagram all the time. These guys hit me up on Instagram all the time. I gave him all these phone numbers. He found some good people. We plugged them into his business. I took my guys back, right? Like most of the guys in this industry want to help each other out. Dude, jump on social media tonight. Make a post on Instagram that says, hey, I'm looking for some subcontractors that can install. I'm assuming it's pavers. Maybe it's not, but let's just say it is. Jump on Instagram as soon as we're off this call and put, hey guys, I'm looking for some subcontractors to install pavers for me. Who do you know? And watch how many people just, right? Like just use your resources. And so the other thing is if you're not using, so many guys are like, oh, I'm not using social media. I'm not a social media guy. No, you just don't think out of the box, right? Like you're not a think out of the box guy. Everybody should be on Instagram networking inside of their industry, right? Who else in Utah is doing my work? Who's doing things that I'm trying to do? Who should I be following, right? Like, who am I chasing? Who's the next best guy that I'm trying to catch? You know, like the networking is where it's going to solve all these problems. And so the emotional roller coaster, so many people live in this emotional roller coaster when 80% is never, ever, ever going to happen. The other thing that we talk about a lot is goals, right? Like, what are your goals? What are your business goals? What are your personal goals? What are your professional goals? What are your financial goals? And put them somewhere. Put them on your desk, put them on your windshield, put them on your bathroom mirror, look at them, right? So the number one thing I do to control the emotional roller coaster is I know exactly what my purpose is and why I do what I do. I texted Rachel, like I told you guys, I'm as transparent as they come. I texted Rachel last Friday and I said, I am really struggling to find purpose today. Right. And so she responded with exactly what I needed. And I was like, quit being a bitch. Boom. Right back on track. I was just looking for somebody to like feed into what my emotional roller coaster was driving that day.
I
You
did
know?
not say that, but I said it more nicely.
Well, sure. Hi, Beast. Hey, no, Beast wants dinner. No, yeah, of course it wasn't like that, but hey, listen, between you and I, dude, just figure it the fuck out. You know, what's the problem? Like, this is why we're all here, and this is why this call is here, and this is why Elevate to Greatness is a thing, you know, and this is why I talk about goals and why they're so important. Our businesses are emotional roller coasters. You have to control it. And one of my mentors told me, and I'll never forget this, there's only one emotion in business, and that's celebration. That is the only acceptable emotion that you can have as a business owner. And that's when you celebrate your business. Other than that, you just grind and you grind and you grind and you remember why you do what you do and you go back to your goals and you think about your purpose and then you get back on the tracks and you roll. Right? So being a business owner is tough, right? It's emotional as hell. Like I've had all sorts of people call me like basically breaking down. Just last week I had a young kid call me. He's like, Nick, I have no purpose. I haven't been out of bed in a week. And I just let him have it. Right? Like I didn't hold back. I said, I'm not going to get you out of bed. There is only one person here who is going to solve your problem. And you need to look in the mirror. I'm here to talk to you. I will listen, but I'm not going to stop you from drinking alcohol. I'm not going to drag your ass out of bed. Like, you know why you do what you do. Like, what is your purpose? What is your why? Rachel, do you remember? It was probably about a year ago we had that guy on the call. He wouldn't even turn his camera on. And he was somewhere down in South, I think like Georgia. And he joined the call for a couple months. And he's like, Nick, I just don't have purpose. I said, bullshit, you don't. I said, I already know what your purpose is. And he goes, oh, yeah, what's that? Well, he didn't have his camera on. And when his camera wasn't on, his still picture on Zoom was his wife and 2 children. I said, I'm looking at your purpose right now, bro. Like, I'm looking at it on the picture of your Zoom camera. He texted Rachel and said, your husband's the only person, or your husband is the only man who's ever made me cry. Right? Like, remember that, Rachel? You know, like, it's business is tough. And if it was easy, everybody would do it. And I love when people are like, oh, I'm going to be a business owner because I want freedom and I
I'm
want choices. And then, right, Darby?
going to make my own schedule. Yeah,
But what
sure.
did your emotional roller coaster look like?
Oh,
know?
yeah, night terrors. I had terrors. I'd lay in bed just freaking out. That's one of the reasons I stopped doing it. Is that honestly, yeah, that's a lot. It did drive me out of it in a lot of ways for sure.
Yeah, it's
So-
not easy. And
No.
here's the other thing, being at the top, you can't show any emotion.
No,
Ever.
tough.
I don't walk in the office emotional.
You don't.
Because if I walk in the office emotional, my team becomes emotional. If I walk in the office like scurrying around with oh shit moments all the time, what are we going to do? The economy sucks. We're going to war. There's tariffs. There's this, there's that, blah, blah, blah. You know, like, I can't do that. I have those conversations at home in private or with my friends. I do not talk about any of that inside of my office ever. Like, we are on a mission. We have a goal. We will do whatever it takes to get there, and nothing will get in our way. And Darby would tell you that, and Nick Forrest would tell you that. Like, and if you're not on the tracks, get the hell out. And I hate to say it because it sounds super shitty, but if you are not aligned, we will exit you from the business.
Yeah, we
quickly.
will. Yeah, no, get out the way. It's not, this isn't, it's not social hour. It really is. Like, I mean, we all like each other. We like working together, but yeah, if you're not on the team, you're out. And if you're not down with the cause, you're out. So that happens sometimes. You realize people aren't. Sometimes people leave you.
And come back.
Yeah. And then they realize, oh shit, it's better there. And then they come back. So that
Yeah,
works out well too.
For sure.
Yeah. 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 So, I mean, that works out that way too. It is Elevate to Greatness with Nick Lippitt every Wednesday, 6 p.m. ish. You can head to elevatetogreatness.co and find out more about what we do, some things we offer. Go to that Heartbeat community, get involved there, ask questions, and we're always posting new stuff there for you to check out as well. And we are looking at coming back to Utah in May. So if you are behind the Zion curtain, as they know what that means, then we will be poking through it. And
Yeah, it's gonna be, so the dates aren't picked, but what I can tell you, I'm having a hard time with this. It's either gonna be the first Friday, Saturday of May, or the second Saturday, so it's gonna be the first Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday of May, or the second Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday of May. That's where the target is. Does that make sense?
no, to me it didn't, but I'm sure it did to other
Friday
people.
to Sunday, first and second weekend of May, but it's only going to be 2 days, right? So we're not sure if it's going to be Friday, Saturday, or it's going to be Saturday, Sunday. But we're going to take the things that I showed you, and we're just going to blow it up, right? We're going to be way more intentional. We're going to do way more deep diving. We're going to talk about AI inside of your businesses. We're going to talk about finances inside of your businesses. We think we'll probably have some breakout room stuff. So based on what it is that you're looking for, we'll break it out. It's going to be in the valley. So it's going to be in a really cool location that we visited last time we were out there. And so kind of what we've decided at Elevate to Greatness, and we're still going to host some events in our office. It's easier for me and my team to come to you than it is for all of you to come to us.
Yeah.
So if 5 of us had to come there, it's more affordable and makes more sense than 100 people coming to us. So we loved Utah. I mean, I've always loved Utah. I told Rachel if I didn't live in Colorado, it'd be Utah. I know Darby disagrees with me and he says I'm absolutely crazy, but there's a lot of great things about Utah. And I get it. There's some things that are probably not so great. That's fine. But I think I think the positive outweighs the negative, and the space is going to be cool. We're going to bring some other partners in from Utah, which is going to be really awesome. You're going to get the perspective from some other business owners that are really successful in the space right now. Joseph has put my hands behind my back and twisted them really tight. So we're going to bring him out there and he's going to tell you his story and how he has created what he's created. I said, Darby, you're all right, Darby. I said, Joseph, you're coming, right? And he said, yeah, because you're going to bring me. And I was like, I can see some value in that. I'll bring you. That's fine. We'll do that.
See, he's already learning from you. Good job, Joseph.
Yeah, he's going to be out there twice in a quarter, and both of them were free. He
That's
got.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Let's go, Joseph.
Oh, look at this guy. Where's his boots? We're going to the races. Oh, he's got. Oh, those are fresh kicks. Did you take him to the event today?
No, but he got new shoes while I was at the event today.
Look
Let's
at
go.
that. Those are fresh. Speaking of the event today, Darby, there was a big event, and you got raffle tickets for all this money you spent.
Yeah.
And you have to be present to get your prizes. And we had $22,000 worth of raffle tickets from our spend with Heritage last year.
Oh,
Last year, they called our name like 12 times, and I wasn't present. And
I was
so,
there last year.
were you there for the gifts?
Last year I was, yeah.
Did you not go get all of our stuff?
Well, maybe it was 2 years before because I remember we had a bucket of something and we had like a big gift card and someone absconded with the gift card that doesn't work with us anymore. I remember that.
That son of a.
You know who it is. You know who she is.
So I asked Joseph, I said, hey, will you represent Rocky Mountain today? And he's like, sure. And so it gets started. He sends me a picture, sends me another picture, sends me another picture. And I'm like, wow, you're cleaning up. And he's like, bro, all of this is yours.
Yeah, let's go.
And so at the end, I said, did they call my name for the trailer? He said, no. I said, conveniently, no. But Joseph got a new trailer today.
He did?
No.
Oh,
But
that was the best.
how crazy would that be, right? The trailer pick comes, he picks my name, and he's there to be present so that I can receive it because
Yeah.
we weren't. No, we got some cool stuff. I think I saw a battery jump pack, like one of the nice ones.
Cool.
Air compressor. I saw some outdoor audio, something. Yeti cooler, turtle box speakers.
Nice.
It's like throw up green. I don't know who's going to use it, but I've got a Yeti cooler. I guess if you're a hunter, you're probably pretty interested in it. So yeah, he collected all that stuff for us. So yes, we are coming back in just about 50, 60 days.
Yeah, I mean less, 50 days ish.
When we have more information, we will let you know, but there are going to be a couple pretty big speakers there. A couple guys that worked for some really, really quick scaling companies that basically scaled from 0 to 250 million in 5 years or less. So we're going to have some guys there talking about that. We're going to have some people present talking about artificial intelligence and how that can help you grow and scale your business. We're going to call it the business, what is it? Outdoor Living Business Summit. I think it's what it's going to be called. So when you guys are driving down the highway and you see this shit all over your billboards, better scan it and get yourself in the room. Because it's going to be awesome.
Well, it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. Yeah, we're excited about that. It's going to be good. It is Elevate to Greatness with Nick Lippitt. We're doing this every Wednesday at 6-ish o'clock. Remember, the podcast is available on Spotify. Typically the day after, if I'm on the stick, and you can check it out if you miss episodes or if you just want to replay some things to hear some of the oh shit moments that Nick drops on you. You can check those out as well. We do have another 8 minutes. Do we want to ask some questions or do we want to talk more about
I think we have a list of questions still pending, don't we?
have tons of questions. If people want to throw them in the chat or if you want to wave on your camera, we'll talk to you live and in person too. So we can definitely take some questions live, but we do have a bunch of questions that have been building up over time. And I have a long list. I thought this one was good though, because I think this is a question that a lot of people, you talk to people about prices all the time, but this says, when should we raise our prices and how do we do it without losing jobs?
I mean, there's a lot of research behind that, but I'm going to tell you a couple of things. The goal for all of us in this business is to be as expensive as possible, but still be busy. Right. So I'll leave you with that piece, like charge as much money as you can, but continue to stay as busy as you need to stay. Some more actual data behind research. If you are closing more than 35% of your deals, raise your price. It's too low. If your close rate is 50%, if your close rate is 60%, anything over 35%, raise your prices. When you get to the point where you are uncomfortably busy, raise your prices. Franco says he's 90 days out on 7 crews. Raise your prices, right? A little bit. There's nothing wrong. I mean, we're booked basically till July, right, Derby? Right. So we're a little more than 90 days. Prices are going up.
Yep.
Right. Prices are going up and 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 up. You need to raise your prices when data tells you to raise your prices. Right? Like we had this conversation at Immerspot today over and over and over and over and over. Do you know your numbers and do you understand what it costs to run your business? You raise your prices as your business requires, right? You raise your prices to scale. So there's lots of times in which it makes sense to raise your prices, but really, 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 really quick data. If you're closing more than 35% of your deals, raise your prices. If you're more than 90 days out, raise your prices.
Boom. That's a quick answer. That's a good one. I hope you're taking notes, bitches, because that's a good one. That's a good one. As Rachel would say.
Hey, do you have it on your board?
I don't have it on my board yet. I can't.
Rachel, say it the way you said it.
I mean, you can play it for.
Oh, you should play it. That's even better.
We could play it through. I wish we could play it through. I'll have it on my.
Send it to us in our group text.
I did send it in the group text. Yeah.
In your phone. And
Hope you took your notes, bitches.
There it is.
That is going to be a new button on our audio board starting
It is.
every time Darby feels it's appropriate. Do it one more, Joe.
Hope you took your notes, bitches.
There it is.
What's wrong with me?
There it is.
We recorded a new intro and exit. Intro and outro. Is that what you call it, Darby, from the audio world?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we recorded a new intro and a new outro. And through that process, Rachel was just going to town. I think she had a few cocktails before she did that.
Yeah. So I isolated just that and sent it to you guys. So we have it ready.
I can't wait for next week.
Yeah, it'll be on my board.
Push the button. Push the button.
Yeah. It'll be on my board for sure.
So
we do have.
Go ahead. I was going to do it. You were going to do it. Go ahead.
Yeah, then do it then. You're there. You got it.
So Austin asked, do y'all do anything to help keep company morale up? 100%. Right. So, your business, your culture is like one of the most important pieces inside of your business. So yes, culture is crazy, right? Your team, you can't grow and scale a business without people, right? Like your team is so important to what you do. So I don't call it company morale. We just build great culture inside of our business. And so if we didn't have great culture inside of our business, you think Darby would just be hanging out with me on Wednesday night for fun, talking about notes and bitches? I don't think so.
Well, and I specifically, I have, I was on my way to an appointment the other morning in my car, and a guy rear-ended me in a big F-350 truck. He hit the back of my car. And you guys, as soon as you found out, you called me and you were like, yeah, you'll just use the company car until you get your car back. It wasn't like a question. It wasn't like, I didn't ask you if I could use it. You were just like, of course you're going to use it. And then I texted you and said, I'll rent a car when I make arrangements. You're like, bullshit, you will. You'll just use the company car until you get your car back. That is like ongoing company culture shit. That is ongoing. I know you guys give a shit about me. And so I am loyal to the company, not just because I'm using your car, but you know what I mean? Like that, I think, so it's not just like, hey, let's have a party and buy pizza for people. Fine. That's fine. But it is ongoing examples like that on and on and on that you prove over time that you are committed to your people. And then your people are more committed to you because, I will fuck some fools up if they come after you guys, like that's just the way it is. So I think that is something that, real gestures like that it wasn't like there wasn't even a thought. So I think that is a huge thing. And I wanted to talk about that on the call anyway. So it worked out. But I think when you talk about culture, it's not just about throwing parties and taking people bowling. It is about like the the day-to-day stuff. What's the day-to-day stuff? Nick talks about our one-on-one meetings where we talk about personal goals. Rachel today asked me about how my yoga teacher training was going, which if you guys want to hear all about it, I'll do some down dogs for you. But again, like, that goes to like
That's on DarbyWilcoxOnlyFans.com.
that goes to like giving a shit about someone on a personal level, and it makes you feel like you're cared for, and it makes you, again, I've told you guys if this turned into a snow cone company, I would work for the snow cone, whatever the hell it is. So I think you want to talk about culture and loyalty. That's how you do it, Austin. So I just answered your question for you, but that's a huge thing for me.
Yeah, I mean, I know this is how you make Darby tick when you ask about our culture. It'll get him because he really, really, really like loves it. But here, Austin, this is what I would tell you: go to work tomorrow and ask somebody inside of your company, what are their goals this year? What are they trying to accomplish personally? And what would they like to try to accomplish on a professional level inside of your business? And then ask them if a boss that they've ever had has ever asked them that before. Like they're going to be like, what do you care? Like invest in your people. That's what's going to make the needle move. And so we also talk about how great people don't work for shitty business owners. Sean learned that way a year ago. Right, Sean? No. When that girl quit at the end of the day.
Well, that was a blessing.
I know it was a blessing, right? So I felt really bad when this happened. And then Sean and I talked, and I'm like, bro, I know as crazy as this sounds, it's a blessing that this girl just walked out the door, And so that's the thing, right? You want great people. People say all the time, oh, Nick, great people already have jobs. Oh, great people already this. Oh, I can't find great people. Oh, people. It starts by you looking in the mirror, right? Start investing in the people that you have and invest in the people that you want to hire. And April's busting Sean's balls right now.
Can I say something about the hiring thing too, Nick?
Yeah.
So we've recently gone
You got
through
14 seconds. You better hurry up.
Okay. I'm so sorry. Jeez Louise. All right. So the culture thing also starts at the hiring. Like we have the whole 3-stage process for the hiring. And you can really like people get the impression and they see how serious you are about who you bring into your company before they're even in the door. And so Darby, I'm going to use you as an example. We were hiring Darby and he was getting interviews with other people. He literally told us, I'm not saying anything to them until I know that you guys hired me because you're where I want to work.
Ruth.
And then the dude that we were interviewing for this other position that recently Nick was like, why do you want to work for us? Because he's pretty qualified and I think he could probably do a lot of other things, but he said, I'm pretty picky about where I'm going and you guys seem like you're it. So like that culture and the showing how much you care about who's in your environment starts there. And it also goes into keeping people in your environment that don't fit your culture. And we've made this mistake a couple times. Sometimes you just don't learn from the first time, I guess.
But part of you when you leave.
But we kept people longer than we should have, and it sucked. And we should have fired this most recent one a long ass time ago, and we did not. And it feels so much better when they're gone. If somebody is not a fit in your culture and they don't follow your processes and they don't make the rest of your team feel good, they got to go. It doesn't matter who it is, they have to go. Or how hard it is going to be to replace them. You could be a great employee and do your job, but if nobody wants to be around you, you're not giving in, like, goodbye, ciao, bye. You don't get to stay because our team doesn't want to work with you. So it goes all the way from hiring.
Yeah, take notes, bitches.
There it is. It
But
goes
there's
all the way
the
from hiring to firing.
Yeah, it is. Companies say all the time, people are our biggest asset. Yeah, bullshit. Prove it. You say that all the time. Prove it. Prove that they are, and do the work to get the right people in the damn door.
Yeah, prod, Sean. Prove it.
Keep them in the door. Yeah, prove it. Prove it, Sean. And send me one of those immerse saunas. I want one. Send me an Emmer sauna.
Dude, he's gonna put one in our showroom for free.
Oh my God. Oh man, we're sitting there all the time.
Can I have that be my office?
He's
Is it
trying
an
to
infrared sauna?
15 grand. He buys it from China for $2,000.
Mm. Look at Austin has a little cute
Oh.
nugget in his car with him too. We got Joseph's little nugget and Austin's little nugget.
All these cute little nuggets. All right, cute little nuggets. It's time to wrap it up. It is Elevate to Greatness with Nick Lippert every Wednesday at 6 o'clock ish. Head to elevatetogreatness.co. Find out more about us. Coming back to Utah. Coming back to the place from whence I was born.